Let us talk about trophic organization. Within a community, the species are arranged in different trophic levels for better understanding of what all is going inside the community. And when I say trophic organization, I am referring to the species which belong to various trophic levels. Now, what is a trophic level? Trophic level is nothing but a step in food chain. That's all. Don't get baffled by what it would be. It's very simple. A step in food chain or the food web which an organism or a species occupies is known as its trophic level. It has nothing to do beyond the food chain. Alright, when I say trophic levels, let's talk about how many trophic levels would be observed if we are seeing the community interaction in terms of food, which is seen in case of food chain and food web. The first trophic level, the primary distinction of trophic levels is made on the basis of producers and consumers. Alright, when I say producers, it refers to autotrophic plants. And when I say consumers, all the heterotrophs which depend on these autotrophs for food again. So, a species or an organism occupies the trophic level within a community according to the food which it takes. If it depends on autotrophs, it is going to be a heterotroph and it would be a consumer. Now, you know that in a food chain we have various steps, so the trophic levels would be different. Now, for your understanding, plants would always be producers, the green plants, so they would occupy the first trophic level, otherwise denoted by T1, and the trophic level, that first one is producers. Alright, then we have the second trophic level where we have consumers which would depend on these producers. They are going to eat the plants, and we have the other term known for them, that is herbivores. Like we have the example of a deer. Deer is a herbivore. It is otherwise at the trophic level, second trophic level, known as a consumer. Alright, now this consumer can be consumed by another consumer, like supposedly this deer is eaten up by a lion, so it becomes the prey, lion becomes the predator. So we have a third trophic level, that is again a consumer, but here we have a carnivore, which would be a consumer. And for a detailed knowledge, a better one, much refined understanding, we call T2 as the level which accommodates primary consumers, and T3 as a level that is for accommodation of secondary consumers. Now, you have to keep in mind that at every trophic level, the organism consumes the food, and at every trophic level there is one similarity, that whatever food is being eaten up by the organism, some part of that food is used up for making the body biomass, I would say, for the body requirements, and maximum part of it is lost in the form of energy, and that is known as 10% law. This is in complete accordance with the law of thermodynamics. It states that while transition from the lower trophic levels to the higher trophic levels, the organism which procures food from here, it takes only 10% of the energy, remaining 90% is lost. Alright, so as the trophic levels increase, the energy content becomes lesser and lesser. Alright, so this you have to keep in mind. More would be the number of trophic levels in the given food chain, the lesser would be the energy procured by the topmost consumer. Alright, so the topmost consumer would lie at the highest trophic level, while the producers would lie at the lowest trophic level. By any means, according to this 10% law, which states that there is loss of as much as 90% of the biomass in terms of energy, it is certain that the producers would be much more in number as compared to the consumers, whether primary, secondary, and in certain cases, the community can have a fourth trophic level, that is known as the tertiary consumer. But do keep in mind that the community cannot have a trophic level beyond T4, because over there the energy would be minimal. If it goes to T5, fifth trophic level, then whatever organism is taking up, that would be wastage, alright. No energy would come, it would be maximum of it would be lost in this process in the form of energy. So a community allows 4 trophic levels, where the first level is occupied by producers, second is by primary consumers, third is by secondary, and the fourth one is by tertiary consumers, and one feeds upon another. Whatever biomass is being produced by these consumers is somehow dependent on the producers directly or indirectly. The more it is directly, the lesser would be the loss of energy. So this is the trophic organization that we often see in the biotech communities. You have to keep in mind that the main distinction is about producers and consumers, and in consumers we can accommodate 3 trophic levels, where primary, secondary and tertiary consumers are present. These are going to depend on the autotrophs for their energy requirement. They are going to waste a huge amount of energy and utilize as less as 10% of it, and with this we come to end of lesson. This is all in trophic organization that you have to understand, so that you can see the development inside a biotech community in a better way. This is just for making you get well introduced to the biotech